Les étaient déjà, le 100 et les 129 ?
Bon,
La 100, elle est là-bas, puisque c'est la grosse là.
D'accord.
Und 4 Räder. Elektro. Und das sind
einfach, die sind jetzt vermitteln, das kann man dann auch manuell machen, dann braucht man gar nicht mehr großartig da rumfahren.
We'd like to give a warm welcome to
Okay, so thanks to the chairs of the workshops, and talking fuel consumption of around 4.8 litre per 100 kilometer. Four-wheelers had a consumption of 15 kilowatt per 100 kilometer, and that's pretty low, thanks to vegetative braking in particular. For the very light four-wheelers, the quadricycle.
In terms of electrification, I think that the Chinese government, especially let's say the most, compared to the Western countries, to European or to American, to China, on one side we have let's say this huge amount of people.
Thank you very much.
The purpose of the Leaders Forum is to bring together industry leaders, regulators and people from an international community who are committed to the idea of mobility. They think it's a value and that it's good, but are committed also to the idea of sustainability and really to create a community that shares, a community that cares, and a community that's committed to driving change.
As a top three: alcohol, belt and speed. 125 years birthday of the automobile for the citizens. And therefore we have the deterioration of certain areas where we have heavy traffic today for e-mobility, reducing traffic. So the interesting combination for the cities is in 10 years we will see a big change on the urban mobility issues, and I think it will be a very positive change because our way of mobility is not sustainable and it's our duty to make it sustainable.
All right, hello, I'm Michelle Yeoh. I'm an actress. Possibly you've seen me in Tomorrow Never Dies, where James Bond and I do all the things on a motorcycle that one should never do. And I'm here at the Bibendum Challenge, Michelin Challenge, simply because we are here. We launched a decade of action for road safety last week. And when I first started, it was really to do a public announcement in Vietnam. These victims rarely have a voice. You won't even recognize their faces. You don't know who they are. But when we go to the hospitals, you will see the trauma that affects not just the victims, but the families as well. You know, most of the time when I go to these places, I don't really speak the language or understand what they are saying. But the grief that you can see behind the eyes of whether it's a mother or a child or, you know, an uncle or a sister, it's universal.
And Grover volunteered, and we agreed that the character Grover should be a global ambassador for child safety and road safety.
Grover stars in a series of public service announcements that are airing at this moment on 130 television stations around the world. You can see him on about 75 websites around the world. A series of books are coming out with Grover promoting helmets, seat belts, and safe crossing of the street. But the larger issue is for Grover to inspire safety as a core family value. And that's what he is going to be representing around the world for children and families.
Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed.
It's a great privilege also for me to be here at the Challenge bibendum.
Unfortunately, it's probably going to be the regulator.
The hydrogen fueling station, which is here, is actually Air Liquide technology.
The message is of an extraordinary level in global terms of carnage. 1 million people who die every year, 20 million who are injured, and it is possible. This is not rocket science, this is not mission impossible. It is possible through education, through enforcement of law, and through engineered solutions to radically reduce that toll, and that was one key message. A second key message that we looked at today in the energy sector, in getting the emissions of greenhouse gases down, in improving fuel efficiency, is the message about energy diversification, new sources, renewables and so on, and about energy efficiency, and about understanding, to use a phrase we kept using, there's no silver bullet, there's no one solution.
Battery, fuel cell, and hydrogen storage. Okay. Economically very attractive.
So it has the battery initially, but twice as much, 120.